Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. I'm your host, Raheem Aljami. I'm not important, just your host. I'm the question asker from Atlanta, Georgia, but I got my sister from another mother, but we got the same father. She's very important. This is my sister. This is Cookie. Cookie, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Long night, but good morning.
It was a long night, man. Now I was up super late last night watching the Super Bowl, man, and I'm gonna tell you something. You and I talked just a little bit earlier about it. I San Francisco played a great game. Purdy did amazing as a quarterback. At this stage in his career, he did a great job. Hopefully, he'll make it back again. But I say, and this is just me talking, I say San Francisco gave that game away. You don't? Do you agree or disagree with that?
Um, I don't know if I agree or disagree. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had to win and somebody had to lose. I do think that we could look at experience, and
Mm-hmm.
experience is what motivates us to make the choices that we make.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a feeling that the Chiefs would pull it out because they've been in this position before.
Mm-hmm.
The quarterback, the coaching staff, all of them, they have been there and lost. They have been there and won. They
Mm-hmm.
have built a playbook. In this scenario, this is what we do. In this scenario, this is what we do. And if
Mm-hmm.
that don't work, this is what we do.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers, they sort of feeling their way through. And sometimes that is not it's not a good position to be in up against somebody with experience because
Mm-hmm.
one mistake, one misjudgment, one wrong calculation, and it's over.
Mm-hmm. And you're right. But I'm gonna tell you why I say that they gave the game. Because they played a San Francisco played an amazing game. They really both teams played an amazing game. It was back and forth. It was really back and forth the whole time. The reason why I say they gave the game away is because if you were in overtime, you're in overtime, you've driven down the field. You on I think it was on like the 20 or 30 yard line or whatever. It was a 4th and 2. They elected at that point to kick a field goal, get to 3 points. Yeah, 3 points. Yeah, 3 points is good. But you have to understand, you have a Patrick Mahomes on the other sideline that's coming onto that field. And he's going to drive down. He wants to score 7. He's going to score 7. He's going to score, 6 in a field goal, which is 7. But he's going to drive down the field and he's going to score. Now you put yourself in a situation where you lose the game. My thing is go for it. Go for it. If you don't make it, they're still gonna get the ball. If you make the first down, you go down and you have opportunity, you can score 7. Okay. If you don't make the first down, you're still gonna end up losing the game anyway. You're still gonna end up losing the game because he's gonna come on the field and he's gonna score down. Yeah, he's gonna score. If you score 7, he comes score 7, the game is still on. You still got a fighting chance. You still have a fighting chance. But to take 3 points, knowing that he's coming on that field, knowing that he has the opportunity to win the game, we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, man. That's a bad boy. That's a bad boy. And so that's why I say they gave the game away. Some people agree, some people don't with that. What do you say?
But I would say this though. I would say that my whole reason for picking the Chiefs to win was the experience factor. I do
Mm-hmm.
not doubt the talent of Purdy. I do not. He has performed above and beyond expectations.
Mm-hmm.
What does give me some sort of solace though is the fact that this decision that cost them the game, it didn't come from him. It
Yes.
wasn't a quarterback decision. That
Mm-hmm.
was a coaching decision.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no besmirching of his name based on the loss. He
Mm-hmm.
performed. He delivered. He should be commended to be inexperienced and that fight. Keep his focus through all of the limelight. I'm impressed with Purdy and his mental fortitude. I'm also just glad again that it's on the coaching staff and not on him. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you get it together, you might see him again. But let me add this part right here. I must say there's a petty part of me, just a little bit petty part of me that feel like until y'all do right, until y'all do right by Kaepernick,
Hmm.
Maybe you shouldn't win nothing. That's just
Wow.
me though. That's just me
Wow.
being
Wow.
petty.
Okay. Okay. You might have a point. You might have a point, but that was that. And truth of the matter, it was an amazing game. It really was an amazing game to go to overtime in the Super Bowl. You have a good game there. You have a good game. Another thing that hurt them was when they missed that extra point when they missed it. That would have been one extra point on the board right there for them, and so it didn't line up. Hmm. It did not line up. So what do you think is going to be next for let's just pick Purdy out. He did real good second year in the league. Do you think he'll make it back?
I don't know. I will say this. Um, I don't. I'm not a person who makes wagers,
Hmm.
but it looks like they could. Because let me tell you something. It's not just Purdy. That defense that he working with in San Francisco, they on it.
Hmm.
Those jokers are big, solid, quick. You know, what I'm saying? And they have a wonderful football acumen. They're able to read the plays. They gave Mahomes a hard way to go.
Yes, yes.
They kept breaking through the line. That's impressive to me. If you
Mhm.
can keep those young men together, they definitely are some contenders.
And they should be, and they should be. Like I said, they played a heck of a game, man. They don't have anything to be ashamed of. I know that they wanted to win. I know that they wanted to, be able to lift up the trophy and all that stuff that goes along with that. But I don't think they have anything to be ashamed of. I think them guys should hold their head up, man, knowing that and Kansas City is the defending Super Bowl champion, and they played them to overtime. They played them to the wire, and so they have a lot to build on. They have a lot to build on. Coaching is another situation. Coaching is another thing. I don't know whether a lot of you got Reeves on the other side of the field. You have to coach almost a perfect game to beat Reeves, man. You got to almost coach a perfect game because he's gonna change it up. He's gonna switch it up. He's gonna do things that you're not ready for. And if you can't keep up, he's gonna leave you in the smoke. He's gonna leave you in the smoke. It was a good game though. 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. We're gonna get to our topic, and we're gonna start off real lightly today. And we got Badger with us as well. I'm gonna go to Badger too. But Cookie, let me ask you this question. We talked about this briefly before, but we didn't go in depth. I think it was on a Wednesday. So I said I was gonna bring this topic back so we could talk about it again. But Cookie, is it your responsibility? And I say you, I'm talking about people. Is it your responsibility? Is it your responsibility to stay looking attractive to your mate, even after y'all been together for X amount of years?
Yes, yes. I think that people, if you're in love, if you're in love, you want the person that you love to love you back. You want them to like looking at you. You want them to smile in your presence. You want them to get that little, that little flutter in the heart at the sight of you. I know that life gets in the way with children and housework and work and responsibilities and duties. This is why, and this is just me, my opinion as a woman, this is why I always say it's so very important in a marriage or in a relationship to date your wife, to still court her. Because let me give you an example. You know, uh, people talk about being in Vegas and the Usher show.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to imagine what it is like, in a marriage. You know, when you say to your wife, your birthday's coming up. So I decided, to fly us to Vegas, and they got us tickets for the Usher show. Now let's
Mm-hmm.
imagine in this scenario that the Usher show it is 45 days away
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to fly. I want you to understand something. First of all, she is going to be just in shock the first 2 days, but then the planning begins. She's going to look for just the right ensemble, the right outfit to wear. She's going to decide how she's going to wear her hair to match that ensemble.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's going to search, for a couple of weeks, looking for just the right accessories to complement the outfit, the right shoes. Then we get down to the week of the event. You know what I'm saying? She's packing and getting everything together. A few days before the flight, she goes and she gets her hair done. She gets her nails done. I want you to men to understand something. All of that. all of that preparation, all of those thoughts, all the conversations with her girlfriend about what her outfit is going to look like, all of that is like a form of foreplay.
Mm-hmm.
On the flight, she's excited and giddy. She holds your hand. When you get to Vegas, the lights and the all of the little activities, you know what I'm saying, have her little heart fluttering. The night of the show, you know what I'm saying, she puts everything together. You know what I'm saying, the
Mm-hmm.
hair is perfect, the outfit fits just right, the shoes amplify the outfit, and she comes into, you know what I'm saying, the living area in her full splendor. Even sometimes after 10 or 20 years of marriage,
Mm-hmm.
to see your wife made up that way, it even sometimes makes the man, you know, his breath catches in his chest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a Cinderella moment within a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Women live for those moments. And she's able to go to the concert and enjoy herself to the fullest of her ability, simply because she has that joy in her
Mm-hmm.
spirit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
my husband loved me so much. He made this surprise for me. I'm loving this concert. I'm looking beautiful. Everybody look at me. I'm enjoying myself. I don't have to think about my kids or my housework or the broken dishwasher. You know,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't have to think about the line at the picking the kids up at school. None of that. I am myself for just this moment.
Mm.
Every woman deserves those moments within a marriage. And likewise, so does the man. But in doing so, it keeps the love alive. It keeps the fire burning in the fireplace. She keeps herself looking good and tries to look even better for you in those moments. Yes, it is our responsibility to try to keep it together and not let ourselves go.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yes,
good.
life happens, but you owe it to your partner to always be the best version of yourself at whatever juncture you are in the marriage.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Badger, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Apparently, I was having technical difficulties this morning.
So you're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't know. Facebook was like breaking.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, man.
Wasn't getting messages or anything right.
Okay. It's I know the weather's real bad. There's a lot of rain going on right here. So maybe it has something to do with that weather. But Badger, if I'm not mistaken, brother, you say you watched the game from halftime yesterday. What'd you think about
Yeah,
what'd you think about that game?
man, I was confused.
Uh-oh. Why?
49ers had all kinds of injuries and everything else. I was uh, listening to all kinds of people's comments and just laughing at, oh, it's rigged, it's this and that. You know, it's the Chiefs quarterback. Uh, is like the new Tom Brady or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's what they're
And
saying.
I'm
They had
like,
a
oh,
commercial with
okay,
him
this is gonna
with
get
Brady
interesting.
passing off the baton to him. They had a commercial with Brady actually passing off the baton to him. So I guess that's who he's gonna be.
Uh, that was probably like the one person you probably didn't want to do that with.
Hmm. I
Uh,
think he's a good person, man. I think he's a good guy, but
no,
um,
I was talking about Tom Brady.
oh, okay. Hmm. Now let me
The
ask.
Chiefs quarterback seems all right.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It was a good game. I think San Francisco gave the game away with that last decision that they made to kick a field goal instead of going for
They
the
changed their whole defense, and it just fell apart.
yeah.
So
It was quite interesting. Quite interesting. So we got another topic, and we got Toya with a T. She's with us. We're gonna go to her
mhm.
next. Um, is it our responsibility to stay attractive, looking attractive for our mates? Is it our
See,
responsibility?
that's a hard one for me because I guess how I feel about my wife, she doesn't have to do anything like that for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I I love her.
Mm-hmm.
My heart's always fluttering around her, so I don't know if I'm just weird or what.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But a
Well,
lot of
everybody.
that stuff. Go ahead.
I know everybody feel the way they feel, brother. Maybe that's just the way you feel. But
So
I ain't gonna say it's weird, but that's the way you feel. Go ahead.
awesome. I mean, if she wants to dress up, she can. If she doesn't, she doesn't. Like
When you do,
she's my
when you
beautiful wife, no matter what.
when you see her dressed up, and you look at her and how she's radiant and all these different things, does that make you feel a certain way as well?
Radiant.
Beautiful, incredible.
She's always radiant.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Like I'm. it doesn't matter what she wears.
Mm-hmm.
Come out with a t-shirt, come out with pajama. It don't matter to me.
Mm-hmm. You see, you trying to get some sugar. Your wife must be close by. You
Oh,
trying
she's
to
asleep.
you trying to get some you trying to get some sugar this morning, ain't you? You trying to get some sugar?
No, she's
No,
asleep.
I'm just picking at you, brother. Let
I
me go.
just,
Mhm.
I,
Go ahead, finish your thought.
these kinds of conversations is always like surprise me a lot of times, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal. Toya with a T. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
I feel like saying good morning, Kansas City. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Hey, do you think, because I said it was first, let me say this, it was an amazing game. It really was, man. Both teams should be complimented on the way that they played the game. I think, and this is
It's
just me.
rigged.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say.
Agreed.
Okay, I will.
So, but I think that San Francisco gave the game away with the last decision that they made to go for the field goal instead of the 7 points, the touchdown. And in overtime, you go for the win. You go for the win, and their best opportunity to win is to score a touchdown instead of a field goal, because you got Patrick Mahomes on the other sideline, man, and he's going down that field. He's going down the field. But and I know I understand what you're saying, because a lot of people feel that it is rigged. A lot of people feel that way. But do you think that was a bad decision? Do you think that was the best decision to go for the field goal?
Of course, if you're going to throw the game. Of course. If it's rigged and it's designed for specific people to play, because we want to, people kill me because the United States can do everything else crooked except sports.
Mm.
We just can't get, we run the whole country cricket. Now when it comes to the Super Bowl, come on with the jokes. It's common sense. You just said it. They threw everything off when they changed the last play of the game. We threw it, but I will leave that alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Atlanta does it all the time. Atlanta ain't even got no team, as far as I'm concerned. How you lose 26-point lead? Like, come on with the jokes.
No. 28. Well, it was like 25. It was 20. I know the score was 28 to 3 at halftime, and they lost
that part.
Yeah.
That part. Rigged. Come on with the jokes. But okay, everything else is rigged except for sports.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good deal. Yeah, you might have a point there, but let me ask you the second part of the question. And this is something that we talked about before, and I want to hear your heart on it, because I said we was going to come back to it, and it's been a while. But is it your responsibility? And I say you, I mean people. Is it your responsibility to stay attractive to your mate, to your spouse?
What being attractive got to do with somebody else? I'm gonna stay fine because of me. That you ain't supposed to be staying fine or attractive because of a mate.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's the quick indicator to get played, because you're not doing it for you. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, a lot of times people say, and it does happen, that when people have been married 10, 20, 30 years or whatever, 50 years, 40 years, they don't put the same emphasis on the way that they look as they did in the beginning.
That's right, because you're so busy doing it for someone else.
Well, you want to look good for you too, though. Don't you want to look good all the time? Don't you want to look good all the time?
I mean, it depends. Every day I don't feel like getting dressed up. Every day I don't feel like doing my hair.
You can't walk around in the buggy naked, Toya with a T. You can't walk around in the buggy naked.
Woo. Well, you know what I mean. I don't feel like getting glammed up, right? We just throw some clothes on, throw a baseball hat on, right? Keep it moving, right? Uniforms don't do people justice, right? Like just walking around in a raggedy t-shirt and raggedy pants don't do people justice, right? But at the end of the day, if you let yourself go, you never was doing it for yourself. You were always doing it to please other people. And then when the smoke and dust settle, you're not doing it anymore because you was never doing it for you. I just had to explain this.
Now let me ask you this question, because a lot of times, especially with y'all ladies, there's a great competition between women. There's a huge competition. A lot of times women don't do it for their spouses. They do it to compete against other women, because they don't, this girl, she ain't gonna dress better than me. She ain't gonna look better than me. I'm gonna be the finest thing in the room, is what they think. I'm gonna be the
Right.
best looking in the room is what they think, what they say. And
Right.
so a lot of times that part plays a part in it as well. They want to
Right.
make sure that they are the best looking thing in the room because
Yeah.
there's a huge competition between women, huge, much more than men. Y'all, man, y'all got a monopoly on that.
Oh, well,
So, so what do you say?
first of all, I'm not a woman. No, I'm just playing. uh, no, again, so I don't look at it like that. I do wake up with the intent to be the finest woman in the room, right? I don't think there's no competition. It doesn't make a difference. You could be Beyonce. You're not me, right? So I look at things differently. I handle things differently, right? I'm not 9 times out of 10, and I said this before, I'm not going to talk to anybody on a dressed up day. I'm gonna talk to you on a bad day because now I really know you kicking, you digging me for real. If you catch me on an off day, because I'm something else when I get clean. All right. So even with it being a so-called competition, it's all about mentality, right? Because I've never been in a competition with another woman. I've always been in a competition with myself to be the best me. Like I never wanted to get old and out of shape, period. And it had nothing to do with a spouse or a mate or anybody else. I wanted to be fine. I took care of myself and I poured things into me because that's what I wanted to do
for
to
your
me.
man, but don't you want to look good for your man? Don't you want your man
I'm
to be able to say?
all,
Don't you want
I'm
your
a,
man to
I'm,
be able to say that's my boo right there? That's my baby. Look
him,
at her. God
him
damn.
already say that. Him already say that because I come like this. I wake up like this. Men not really, y'all don't even really like makeup like that. Y'all like confidence. Y'all like love. Y'all like loyalty. So it's like Shallow Hal. She could be the big girl that don't look attractive, but through them eyes, she look attractive because she does everything you need her to do. So again, I'm not looking good for my man. I'm looking good for me, right? And it's like my family. They know I got my off days, but if I'm going to represent them, they know I'm going to get clean. And my man get the same thing. But you're still getting me like that because that's who I am and want to be for me. There's no other motivation behind that. I don't wake up, oh yeah, I want to look good for my man. I'm gonna look good anyway, and you're gonna accept me whether I'm dressed up or not dressed up. So again, I think that when we get in those marriages and 5 years later we stop taking care of ourselves or we're stop doing this and doing that, it's not because the motivation is us. We've allowed other people, the husband, the wife, the people, what people gonna say, to be the main motivation instead of feeling like, hey, listen, I don't want to be out of shape when I get 47. So that's why I was adamant about exercising my whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? Because I just knew I don't care what you say. Oh, you look good like that. Oh, you're not fat. I don't care what you say, sir. I said, I feel like I need to work on some things because I want to lose my stomach. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if the motivation is driven by anything other than you, the facade is always going to eventually fall down. Period.
Okay. Let me read. I know I'm gonna butcher the name. I don't know if it say New York, Iran, or it say will be honest. Will be and the phone and the phone lines are open. I'm trying to read the names across the room a little bit, but I'm gonna read a couple of comments that they said on our TikTok. But the phone lines are open. Give us a call 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. And one of the things they said is women want to be recognized for their beauty and the things they do to stay looking good for him. Second comment is, I like what she just said, because I dress and keep myself together because of me and how I see me. And the third one, she said this exactly, and she's agreeing with you. I feel like her, and I am the same, and I am the same way. I'm the same way, and me looking good is a benefit. Me looking good is a benefit to him. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Go to Cookie, and then I'm going to Joseph. Joseph, be on standby. You coming up next, brother. Cookie, what's on your heart?
I think that somewhere I read that the body is a temple, and we should treat it as such. We should be mindful of what we eat. We should be mindful of what we take in. We should be mindful of where we go, what we do, who we surround ourselves with. Because all of those things have a tendency to attach themselves to us and infuse themselves into our life. We should take better care of ourselves emotionally, and therefore take better care of our partners and the people in our orbit. I do think that it is incumbent upon us to look nice for our partners, and I do think that it could be a turnoff sometimes as a woman. One of the things I never used to do, and I'm gonna say it this way: I never used to own a bonnet. I never used to own a bonnet. I used to sleep in my hair, or sometimes I would wrap it and put it in a scarf. I never used to sleep in a bonnet because I didn't think that is like an attractive way, to be, with your partner. I never wanted that image. Last year is the first time I ever did like the big chop on my hair. And because of that, I started wearing a bonnet because I didn't want it to, break on the pillowcases or whatever. But then I didn't like the bonnet look. So I went back I found like little beanies, to sleep in. And it may be a small thing, but I just don't want that image. Whenever your partner looks at you, you want them to find you, desirable in the best way. So I don't want to be that woman who sleeps in, a muumuu. I want to wear the matching pajamas. I want to wear, the shorts and the little cami top. I want to have a matching ensemble or something. Even in the house, I want to wear my matching shirt and yoga pants. I just want to look presentable for him because it matters to me how he views me, and it makes me feel better about myself. So in my case, I think it's a twofold pronged approach. I also think that men have to think about that too. What does it mean to you, for your woman to look at you and find you desirable? I don't like that look, men in the kitchen with the wife beater on. I don't like that. No, put on a whole shirt. Yeah. It's amazing how something so small can affect how you view somebody. Something so and everybody has that. So you have to put on your best as often as you can, to appeal to the other party.
Is there a competition between women in regards to looks?
Lord, yes. Lord, listen. Women are catty. Women are petty. Women are jealous. A woman will never even hear your voice, never even speak to you, and cannot stand you. Only because the dress that you're wearing fits you like it's supposed to fit. Only because you walk in a particular way, with particular confidence. Only because you have on an ensemble that she thinks will look better on her. Let me tell you what a woman said to me one time.
What'd she say?
I live by the maxi dress. I am a huge fan of the maxi dress. I just think that for Black women with our curves, it is the one product that is made for us. A maxi dress, a sundress, whatever you want to call it, the wrap dress, it is made for us. It accentuates everything we have while keeping us decent. And so I have a maxi dress, and I don't know how many colors, but I had this one dress. It is like this royal blue, and I had the little accessories to go with it. I went to church in my little sandals because I don't always do like the high heels. It's a hot summer day, and I'm feeling myself. I got the little purse, the cognac purse popping. I'm minding my business.
Yeah.
This lady in her 60s. I'm in church, and the people are complimenting, my color, because the color pops in the sanctuary. Yeah. And I'm coming out, and this lady says to me, she says, you need to give me that dress, because I'm sure I could wear that dress better than you.
Wow.
In the church, this lady said, and I was not going to respond because I try to be nice. And it was just the audacity. And I looked at her and I said, what would you put in
it? You didn't ask that lady that.
Yes, I did. These dresses are made for women who can fill them out and give them shape. So what would you put in it? Because for her to say that to me, this is what gets me too, Ryan. This is what gets me too. She insulted me first. Was that not an insult?
Yeah, it could have been
Then
taken
I
as
should
yeah.
I should give the dress to her. So that is you're saying that you can wear it better than me.
Mm-hmm.
Why would someone your age even be wearing the same dress that I'm wearing? But we're gonna let that slide. We're gonna let that slide. After I put in all this effort, you know what I'm saying, to look good and my Sunday go to meeting clothes, and you would say that to me, you deserve something in response. Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I didn't hit her in the forehead with a hatchet, you know.
Yeah,
but
you did. Yeah, you
I
did
shank her a little bit.
Yeah, you did. You hit in the forehead with a hatchet because you'll come back. You know, you gotta understand you in church. You in church. You in church. You say, God bless you, sister. And walk off from her. God bless you, sister. And walk off from her. All you had to say, God bless you, sister. God bless you.
Why I always got to be the bigger person? No.
Somebody got to. Somebody got to.
Sometimes I could be Petty Betty.
God bless you, sister. Then smile at her and walk off. Let her stand there in that. Let her stand there in that. Let her stand there in that.
It was either that or hit it with my purse. Take your pick.
It could have been neither. It could have been neither.
All right. Okay.
Let me go to Joseph. Joseph, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, family.
Hey,
man, as she was painting that picture in them dresses, and I'm like, woo, that's a supermodel there.
Joseph, come back, Joseph. Come back, Joseph. Joseph,
hey, I'm just saying.
Come back, Joseph.
Look,
come back, brother.
Now, we as men, as young as high school and probably middle school, we pretty much show women how we pick and choose. How we are attracted to certain women for whatever reason. And that, I think, builds up in their mind, I got to be a certain way. I got to look a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's competition. And they know that. And it's psychology, it's psychological too.
Mm-hmm.
But we feed off each other's energy, and we create these images in the minds. And don't get me wrong, I'm selective.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a teenager and coming up, my 20s and whatnot, I knew the kind of woman I wanted to be with.
Yeah.
She had to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
She had to take care of herself. She had to look like somebody about business. Of course, I was also attracted to the mind.
Mm-hmm.
She got to talk intelligently. I mean, I'm just not. I wasn't trying to get with all of that. Somebody who don't want to read a book. I wasn't attracted to that.
Let me ask you this question.
Smart, intelligent women.
Let me ask you this question.
And good-looking women.
Let me ask you this question. If she had
mm-hmm.
And I'm using a fictitious character, but if she had a Claire Huxtable mind and a Grace Jones appearance, would she be okay with you?
I'm not sure what you mean.
If she had the mind like
he know what you mean.
He know exactly what I mean. He know exactly what I mean.
I like Chocolate Sister, man. I mean, Grace Jones. You mentioned Grace Jones. Look.
If she now you say you're attracted to the mind first, so she had that Claire Huxtable mind, very intelligent, wise in the way that she conduct and carry herself, very, very intelligent, and very honorable in who she is. If she had that Claire Huxtable mind and appearance and the way that she present herself, but her shell that you saw was like Grace Jones, would she be okay?
Grace Jones didn't look so bad now to me.
Okay. Well, on Esther.
Rewind. If you said the Fat Girl Rewind, with Rewind there, and I might have had a little challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
but her mind is still beautiful though. She still have a beautiful mind though. You said the mind. You said the mind.
Yeah, I mean, and that's cool. That's cool. We can get in the gym, work out, and get things down to what it's supposed to be. But
what it's supposed to be for who? To me, hold on. What it's supposed to be for who? You or her? What it's supposed to be for who? You or her? Were they supposed to be? You say get things back. What it's supposed to be?
I mean, a woman got to be disciplined, man. You can't just be letting yourself go. I mean, I'm just not with that.
Okay. All right.
You got to work out. You got to look I mean, care for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you care for yourself, I mean, it shows. You know, a woman ought to care for herself. You know, I was listening to Toya with a T. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's obvious that I don't know if she could work out, but she
She
doing
does.
something right
She
because you know
does.
she
Mm-hmm.
maintains herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, every time I see her.
Okay.
So I mean, you know, hey, what's wrong with taking care of yourself?
I didn't say anything wrong. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about
But I
Toya
mean,
with
you
a
know,
T.
I mean, if you're gonna allow yourself to be obese and just carry, just go in kind of way, you ain't gonna be living long anyway. We're gonna be steady going back and forth to the hospital. We ain't have time to enjoy life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, not to say that you know everybody
So
that's in shape
is
don't have challenges, because
so
you know
is her health
health
is
has
her
a
health
way
that
of
you're concerned about?
telling you.
So it's her health that you are concerned about.
I'm concerned about the whole package. I mean, we're gonna be together. We want to live. We want to enjoy life, and stay together a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And move. And I don't want to have to be trying to help you out the car, right? I mean, you know, I do it now. You know, the devil do his part. You know, when the stuff comes around, but you know. Anyway, I think some of it's psychology, because you know here in the West we're made to look at women, you know, through certain lenses.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, I think a woman should take care of herself.
Okay. Now you say you think that a woman should take care of herself. What about the man that's walking around with that bill gut, man, and his stomach done falling
He's
over
supposed
3
to
or
take
4
care of
times?
herself too. I
Okay.
mean, look, I mean, she gonna go to the length of taking care of herself. He better take care of herself. I mean, I like what the sister said. He shouldn't be in the kitchen with no wife beat on, trying, you know, do like a baby boy and you know, cooking somebody some eggs and stuff. You know, wash your face. My auntie said when she said, "Don't come to my table without washing your face."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you don't know what kind of stuff is in your eyes and stuff. Wash your face. You know, put on one of them, you know, silk pajamas and house coat or something. You know, be cool. Be Hollywood.
Hollywood.
That's my
Okay.
style.
Toya with a
That's my
T.
style anyway.
Exactly. And let me do this. The phone lines are all open. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. They gave Toya with a T a chance to find that mute button. Toya, talk to me, sis.
Yeah, listen, hey, you know me. I'm sorry, we don't get that energy to nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just different. Like, I get the concept, right? I get the point, the purpose, right? You know, we get dressed up for church, and we get dressed up, you know, get married, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, we teach our kids, you know, don't be in your PJs all day. Put some clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get the concept, but it's a very important concept we're forgetting if we're also going to teach them, don't worry about what people say. And that's, you're not doing it for any other purpose. We skip a lot when we're training our children to do things, because we'll tell them what to do, but most of the time we don't tell them the why for.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I feel good about myself when I get dressed up, but I know I feel good about myself even if I don't go all out. I feel the same amount of confidence, and I'm going to move with the same amount of confidence with these little peas rolling up on my head the same way I is if my hair going to be permed and straight. I'm going to talk just as much smack on my off day just as I is with my 18-inch on my head and my 9-inch in stilettos and whatever else. Like, it could be fur, chinchilla. It does not matter. That has nothing to do with my confidence level, and it will never be done due to the actions, feelings, thoughts, or opinions of anyone else ever. And I think that's what people lack.
Yeah. And
that's what we lack.
Hey, Toya, can I let the cat out the bag for a second?
Meow. Let's go.
Look here, and people say, why Toya with a T talk like that? Because she fronting on y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something about Toya. Toya got many degrees, a lot of degrees, and she's very, very intelligent. But she talk a certain way because she want to, and she's really picking the bear a little bit. So I don't want y'all to get it confused. You know, y'all say, well, how she is? No, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Toya got several degrees. She's very, very intelligent. So don't get it twisted, y'all. Don't I'm sorry, Toya. I'll let your little secret out. But go ahead.
Please get it twisted. That's my point. Please get it twisted. And I'm going to chew you up and spit you out like you are a piece of Popeye's chicken and I was a bear. What? gonna snap you like a snack. But no, that's the light side of me. Again, I do not care what anyone thinks. You can say what you want to, because what I have invested in me is the only thing that matters. I love it when people sleep on me. I love it. Listen, I'm so tickled because there are individuals who people tried to hook me up with a couple of years ago, right? And it was like they paid me no attention. And it's okay because I know God had me in my little moment. You know what I'm saying? My little cocoon moment, right? But it's like a couple of years later now, I was like, dang, I didn't know you was that sexy. Don't you want to? No, I don't want to do it. Nothing. No, you wait. If you didn't want me when I was raggedy, or when I appeared to be raggedy, or when I appeared to be non-intelligent, you don't love me for me. So what you're not going to do is now all of a sudden when you find out, oh, wow, you look good when you get clean. Oh, what, you got degrees? Girl, you the GM or what? Oh, you got all this going on. Oh, yeah, I do. No, I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bothered. I'm going to deal with a person not because of the money that you have. It's not about money because I take care of myself, but how I feel about you, your loyalty to me. It's not about how you dress. I can buy you clothes when I go shop for me. That's what I feel like I'm supposed to do. But it's about how's your spirit dressed? How's your heart dressed? How's your mind dressed? How are your intentions dressed? The more I pay attention to the outside, the more I think about the inside. How rotten are you to the core then if you're doing all this extra work to where all the time you just got to be worried about your outside physical appearance and you can't miss you can't miss a beat. And if you miss a beat, then we know that you're going to be a certain kind of way. That's the part. That's what I want to see.
Exactly.
That's what I want to see. I want to see the before the bed you. I don't want to see you to dressed up, ready for everybody, ready to hop on the stage, the way you portray to be. Nah, I want to see you with the coal in your eye. I want to see your little raggedy uncut toenails. I want to see all that.
Yeah, them toenails can rip up. Yeah, them toenails can rip up all kind of bed sheets. You don't want to see them.
I'm telling you, Bushido blades, scratch my legs up, baby. If you're gonna be loyal to me and ride with me, I cut your Bushido blades with some gloves on, but still at the same time, that's the part I want to see. I don't want that fake stuff that we keep tossing around out here, and then we acting like we don't know why we're getting into toxic and poisonous situations. It's because we're so busy thinking about the outside, or you know what I'm saying, basing a lot of things about the outside and holding that of value instead of when we were kids, we didn't have anything and we wasn't liking each other because of what we had on or the money we made. We sincerely liked each other because the spirit of who we were.
Exactly. 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. Phone lines open. Give us a call. We'd love to hear your input. Toya, and it said on TikTok, I'm butchering the name, Niyama, or I don't know if that's New York, but it's I see the part that say Will B. That's a long name. I'm butchering. I apologize. No disrespect to your name, but they say yes, Toya. I agree with you. I never thought you were anything different than a strong sister. And so, they say they never saw you as anything other than that. And so that's a good thing. Badger, what's on your heart, brother?
Oh man, I'm just over here smiling, listening to all the stuff Toya's saying. I vibe with it. I don't like fake. I don't like the pretending stuff.
Now let me ask you this question, Badger. Man, I know you don't mean it this way, but I'm asking the question asker. Do you think it's when a person dress up and dress to the nines and they go somewhere or whatever, they just want to just want to look good? Is that being fake?
I would say it's the intent. If they're doing it just to do it, then that's all that is. If they're doing it trying to give a false impression, I view that as a whole nother matter.
Wait, hold up. You mean dress to the T, Raheem? Don't be stealing my light. Dress to the T, not dress to the nines.
I got you. I
love it.
Good deal.
Because to me, I know a lot of people like dressing up and all that. I'm a simple guy. I dress up as like a pair of blue jeans and a t-shirt. But if my wife randomly asked me to wear a suit for her, I'd do it, but only for her. You know, so it's one of those things of I'm more into just be comfortable. If that's how you're comfortable, then cool. But don't sit there doing all this, you know, trying to pretend something that you ain't. Be you. And
do you think some people are just so bougie that they just feel like they got to be that way all the time? Or some people just bougie like that?
I would suppose so. I mean, that's always a possibility. We're humans. There's always those people out there that just like dressing up all the time. There ain't nothing wrong with it. That's who they are. So that's why, you know, doesn't matter what my wife dresses up as. Doesn't matter what Toya or Cookie or anybody around me. All I expect them to be a human. Be the best person you can be.
Okay.
I don't care what you're wearing. I just I feel like we've gotten into such a materialistic mentality. It's caused so much warfare. I think that's a good word.
Good deal. Good deal. Let me go to Cookie. Cookie, what's on your heart? Joseph, come to you next, brother. Don't know which way to go. Don't know which way to go on this one, do you?
I'm sorry?
I said, don't know which way to go on this one, huh?
I just want to choose my words carefully. Somebody said it earlier, though. What you do for you is what you do for you. Some people, they want to, if you work out, like me. I'm not really a big gym person. I have one of those, it's called a walking treadmill. It's a mini treadmill. You just walk on it in your house. It's a little short something. And I walk on the treadmill while I talk on the phone, while I do whatever. That's my little thing. But I play tennis, which helps me quite a bit. And I play pickleball, which helps me quite a bit. But I think that sometimes you stay active and you do things and dress in such a way because you're proud, you know, of keeping it together. You're proud of you know, whatever it is about you. It makes you feel good to know that I could put this on and you look nice and you feel good about yourself. It's an added benefit if somebody else, you know, notices as well. And I don't think that has anything to do with materialism. In my opinion, I think it's just people, especially women, you want to feel your best. You want to look your best. For a woman, when our hair is together, it just makes the whole day better. If it's raining and my hair is all over my head and I got to worry about whatever, it affects even my conversation with people because I don't want nobody to be looking at my hair that has gotten wet or is not as it should be. So I don't know if it's pride or ego or just, I don't know, you just want to present the best self you can be. I don't think that's pretending in any way. You just take pride in your appearance, and I don't think anything's wrong with that.
Do you think some people go overboard with it?
Listen. I know this was a bait question. I know it was. Yes, people go overboard. I don't think that I would ever find myself in 26-inch wigs or, you know, with the long lashes or whatever. But for those who do, I don't hate on you. But some of it I think can be a bit extra. I do. That's why I try to remain as close to myself as I can. But that's just me. The beauty about living in this country is that you could be the best version of you and I could be the best version of me. And one doesn't take anything away from the other.
Good deal. We're asking the question is, do we have a responsibility? Do we have a responsibility to stay looking attractive or to stay attractive to our mates? Do we have a responsibility to stay attractive to our mates? 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Talk to me. Joseph, what's on your heart, brother?
Yeah, I think we do. The other thing, you know what, you know what really turns me off.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to see a woman come into Walmart with a shower cap on, or to the grocery store, or to the school. Nothing turns me off than to see a beautiful black queen come out the house as if she just don't care. I mean, maybe it's the way I was raised, you know. I never saw my mother go anywhere publicly without sitting down, brushing her hair, and without dressing in such a way, in such a manner. And she gave careful detail to it. And when she walked out of that house, I was proud that she was my mama. But some of the stuff I see today, man, I'd be on aisle 6 sometime in Walmart, and I'd be like shaking my head. Maybe it's my age. I don't know. But I just feel like you telling me I don't care. And when you tell me that, I feel like other people feel like, well, I don't care either. I don't care about you. But on the other hand, when you see a sister walking down that aisle, dressed, I don't care if she got on jeans, and she's taking care of herself, and you could see it. The way she walk tells you you're in the presence of a queen. It ain't got to be a lot. You ain't got to do a whole lot. You know, and you know, I think you should be comfortable with the skin you're in, you know, whatever you choose to wear, you know. I mean, I ain't got nothing against that, you know. But I could tell when you care, you know. But so then don't feel bad if somebody don't want you to be their baby mama or their wife, or you know.
Hey Joseph, does that mean if she have a rushing moment and have to run out the house and pick up something real quickly, and she just, I guess, dressed down to go to the store, pick up something real quick, and come right back?
Well, throw a cap. Throw a hat on.
No, my question is.
Cap on.
No, my question is, does that mean
you done lost me?
Hey Joseph, does that mean that she does not care? Does that mean she does not care, or was she just in a situation at that particular moment where she was rushing?
Well, you know, if you on aisle 6 and just picking out your stuff, I don't like you rushing to me.
Okay.
So Joseph, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So I get what you're saying, the women not being in bonnets. So let's take your age out of it for a moment, and let's say, what's the equivalent of a woman being in the store in a bonnet? In the equivalent, a man being in the store with his hair all over his head like spiders and his pants hanging off his butt?
Oh, I don't like that either.
But do you see my point?
I'm with
my
you.
My point is, we're having a standard for who we would date. But would a person who's 30 years old or 25 years old have the same standard? Because he can't say he don't want her in the store with a bonnet on her head while he's at the gas station with his pants down by the seat of his pants by his knees. It's almost like the two go together, do they not?
Hey, look, maybe that's why that's the condition of certain segments of our community. Maybe that's why. I mean, the community reflects the values and standards of the people that live there. So, I mean, you know, yeah, I'm with you. First of all, I'm not going to be somewhere with my pants hanging off, all right, unless a dog, you know, was chasing me or something and ripped them off. But, I'm not going to be having my pants hanging off. I mean, I had that conversation with my grandson, I think, when he was about 14. Don't you ever let me see your pants sagging. And he's 24 now. And I ain't never seen them sagging, so I think it's the standard we set at home too.
Yeah, it is. I think it is. I think it is. Toya with a T, talk to me, sis. Toya. Toya, wake up and go to sleep. Toya actually I think she's getting ready for work right now, so she may be away from her phone. Badger, talk to me.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Go ahead, Toya.
What? So yeah, I'm pulling out in a second here though, but oh wait, Joseph has said something. Oh, it is absolutely to do with home because, like, who doesn't want to look good?
Mm-hmm.
Like who doesn't want that? That's something that comes natural. And oftentimes when we don't, it's often because we've been made to feel away.
Mm-hmm.
But the key factor is that you feel away, so you don't feel the need to put an effort in a specific area. It still has nothing to do with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to get dressed up. Listen, I got thick skin. Listen, I done been on this job. They done, boys, listen, I got alligator skin. You can try to get dressed up all you want to. It still does not mean that everybody's going to think you're beautiful.
Yeah.
And what does that have to do with you? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, absolutely the root cause of it is a home issue, because that means something inside of you doesn't make you look and hold yourself accountable for you and say, okay, well, I want to work out, I want to be this way, I want to look attractive for me, not anyone else, not mom, not dad, or anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes at home, you've been made to feel a way about yourself, not attractive, not this, not that. So therefore, that is the effort that is going to reflect. But when you are coming from a good, healthy, and you're not one of these lust babies, and you coming from two people that actually had an intention on loving you and showing you love and explaining to you what it is to love. When you love yourself, looking good comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
When you love yourself, being confident and taking care of yourself, and like someone said earlier, when you get in a relationship, that's why everything is so off guard, because you're doing it for something that isn't even real. I need you to want me even if I get my leg blown off. What is you talking about? So no, I'm not going to talk to you when I'm on my best day. I'm going to have more loyalty to the guy who caught me at the gas station with no makeup, a hat, and some sneakers, because I feel like the chances are you're probably more likely to love me for me and not how I look. Because soon as that wig and them nails come off, hunty, and that leg or that stroke come along, and you got to do some real work, that's the part I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be taught a lesson in life that I've been dealing with somebody's shadow because, oh, you cute. No, I think I'm the finest one in the world. I ain't never, ever, ever, ever had a problem getting a man. But that's not what I want. I want somebody who's going to love me through my ugly. You hear me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Love me when I'm ugly, baby. Don't love me when I'm in my prime, doing my best, looking good. Everybody want me. You feel me? And now you just want me because you wanted to be the one to get me, and not because you wanted to be the one to love me. Now baby, love me through my ugly days, because I'm all right on my own with my beautiful ones.
Come on. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Go ahead, Badger. What's on your heart, brother?
I was just sitting here thinking about how God loves us. And I always find, like, I've worked in those jobs, like the Walmarts and stuff like that, and I've seen a lot of women, wearing the shower caps and all that. I don't view it like most people do, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times they're older, and I mean, for all I know, they could have had a perm or something in. It's not my place to judge them.
Mm-hmm.
Not my place to assume things. I mean, for all I know, I mean, they could be in their pajamas, and all I know, they could have just got out the hospital having to come pick up medication or whatever. But to me, the courage it takes to do that, knowing that society is going to treat them wrong, that takes courage. That takes a I don't care what y'all have to say attitude.
or is it just that, I don't care?
I mean, to me, if you don't care what people think because of what you're wearing, then I mean, I could say the same things. I'm not big on skimpy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That bothers me.
Why?
Because at that point, I don't see why you just ain't walking around naked.
That wasn't their choice. It wasn't a choice to walk around naked. They wanted to put on something skimpy.
So it's just, if society is going to deem what's beautiful and what's not, view what's acceptable and what's not, and treat others horrible for it, then if a shower cap is not acceptable, how is that acceptable? Especially with
Well,
kids running around.
well,
And that's the part that throws me off because
Badger, you put the comparison out there. You said that you don't care. It's commendable if they come out and not care about how people view them, and how it's very commendable for them to do that because they don't care what other society say. But then on the same and on the same breath, you said that, well, if they come out there skimpy, I look at that, I look down upon that. I mean, we can't straddle the fence. We can't walk on both sides. If they come out there skimpy and stuff like that, does that mean that they don't care?
I would say, yeah, I don't think they care about how people are looking or viewing them.
So where lies the difference? What lies the difference in the two comparisons that you made?
One, the male dominant society, but I was trying to avoid going there.
Mm-hmm.
I see the harm. I see how things have gotten pushed in a direction that, in the double standards of society. That's the part I don't like about it.
Well, what if it's a guy that's walking around like they was talking about earlier with his pants hanging all the way down? Is that the same?
No, I can't. I view it in the same way.
Oh.
Because to me, a male walking around like that, I'm like, have you been to jail before?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just.
Well, you had said we got to move on. We got a couple other people that came in, so we got to keep this thing moving. But my thing is, you had said that it's a male dominant society, and woman coming out there skimpy and blase blase. Then I threw what if it's a man that's walking around with his pants hanging all down and bulging all down behind his knees and stuff like that? Is that the same scenario? Male dominant society?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
To think that I'll leave that alone so you can talk to others.
Okay. Kind of skipped on me on that one, brother. But let me keep this thing going. Joseph, what's on your heart, brother? We got another caller. We're going to come to you in just 1 second.
Oh no, I'm good. I think we on the same page for caring for oneself and then feeling good about oneself. I mean, I understand. When a woman dresses, not necessarily to impress some men or to outdo some women, perhaps she dressed because she want to look good and feel good about herself. That's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Hey, Joseph,
I think that's the reason why I dress the way I do.
And I was about to ask you that question, Joseph. Do you, if you got a nice tailored suit, everything is tailored to you, and you put that on, nice shoes, man, got the nice, your nice pair of your best shoes that go on, and it all just flows together. It blends together like it's supposed to, from head to toe. Even if you have a hat on and it flows down from head to toe. Do you feel the same way when you have that on than you do when you have on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt?
Well, if I put on a pair of jeans, I want to look like that day. No. I want to be down for whatever.
Do you feel that?
So I feel good. I feel good.
Do you feel the same? If you dress to the nines or to the T, like T said, if you dress to the T with your nice suit on, tailored suit for you, it's been tailored for you, and everything is right. Hair's you groomed, everything is right. Do you feel the same way with that on than you do when you put on jeans and a t-shirt? Or can you feel a difference?
Yeah, I feel differently when I dress up in a nice suit. Yeah, with a suit and tie and all that stuff.
Why?
I put on my Easter suit. I'm ready to show off or something.
Why do you
You know,
feel?
but I've
Why
been,
do you
I've
feel
been
different?
having
You're
some,
still the
I've
same
been
you.
having some conflicts with that though.
Hey Joe, let me ask you this. Why do you feel different?
Yeah.
You're still the same you.
Right. Well, I just feel like, you know, I'm getting ready to meet some different occasions.
Mm.
I'm going to meet some. I'm going into different settings now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the military, they taught us that our very appearance speaks before we open our mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, for 7 years, I wore a military policeman uniform, and it had to be impeccable. It had, you know, the brass had to be polished and everything, because I went to enforce the military code of justice to all the other soldiers. So when I walk into the room to arrest somebody or to interview or, you know, find out, you know, how the crime happened, I got to come in there dressed like, you know, I got the authority to do what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I do the same thing when I go in to deal with a wayward mayor or a CEO at a corporation who's discriminating against folks.
Mm-hmm.
I put on my best suit and my power tie, because I don't want the appearance to fool nobody. I'm there for business. But now but I've been having some conflict with Western dress.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we put a lot of emphasis on Nike shoes and Ralph Lauren and all this. I really would love to wear a shirt made by Tamika.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
or Tashana or somebody in my community.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Mahatma Gandhi.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should stop wearing all these suits and get our people to make some clothes, and we wear it with pride.
Mm-hmm.
And to save the money, put the money back in our community.
Yes, sir.
That's where I'm at now.
I'm going to come
But
out.
when I was younger now.
I'm about to come out with my own
Yeah,
clothing
when I
line.
was younger.
I'm about to come out with my own clothing line, brother. You gonna support me?
Hey, I support you, man. I would love to put on a suit made by Raheem.
There you go.
I would
Yes,
love.
sir.
I don't care if it's just a T-shirt.
Yes, sir.
I wear it.
There you go. There you go.
Just knowing that a black person made it and it didn't come from the white power structure.
Mm-hmm.
They getting everybody's money. They got all our money all over the world. We pick the cotton and they go and manufacture the shirt and we wear it. You know, and they talking about Ralph Lauren. No, give me one by Tamika.
There you go. There you go. I got to sneeze,
Yeah.
y'all. Excuse me.
Huh?
Now, see, I had to
You got
sneeze.
sneakers
Yeah,
too?
I had to. No, I had to sneeze. I had to sneeze. I might come
Oh,
out.
I was gonna say I wear your sneakers too.
Well, I'm gonna come out with some sneakers too. We're gonna come out with all that. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. K with an E. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm fine, and you all?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Good to have you, sis. Asking a question. Is it your responsibility? I'm saying your, as in our responsibility to stay attractive, looking attractive for our spouses. Is it our responsibility to always look good for our spouses, to always be at our best? Or can we relax with that thing a little bit and just let it go just a little bit? What do you say to that?
Now, you know I'm old school.
Talk to me, old school. Talk to me.
Look, if you met me and I was in the store with a scarf on my head or anything, you met me just running to the store, making a store run, and now we done established a whole relationship, then you already know how I can look when I'm just sitting around the house doing nothing, opposed to if I'm going out of the house, going to be out of the house for a long period of time. But if I'm going out, like the guy says, business, then it's business. It depends on what type of business. But as far as me dressing and feeling different and all of that, I am the same K as I am. And I tell people quick. I have a shirt that say I'm saved, not soft. And I tell them quick, don't let the clothes fool you.
Yeah.
I'm still K. So they don't change me. And I actually had words with a couple of people in the community because they say, oh, she thinks you cute. No, you think I'm cute. I'm still K. And so I didn't have words. Oh, she's trying to run it her way. No, I'm trying to show y'all an easy way because I got to stand here out here and help y'all. So let's make it easier.
That's good. That's
She
good.
came up here dressed like she the boss. No, I came up here dressed like I'm dealing with the community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If we was cleaning up the community, then I come dressed to clean up the community.
Yeah, that's
If
good.
we coming out here trying to give the community some encouragement, then I can't look like I need encouragement.
Mm-hmm. Like you broke
It don't
down.
work like that.
Can't walk around looking
So
like
what
you.
about those people?
Can't walk around looking like you broke down, huh?
No, that's just like going to take care of a person. You can't go in there and you didn't wash your face
Mm-hmm.
and brush your teeth, but you in here trying to wake somebody up and tell them, Miss Smith, it's time to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she might wake up and be like, well, you ain't even took care of your own hygiene. How you in there waking me up?
Yeah, exactly.
So it just depends. You got to make sure that you on point wherever you going, whatever you do.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I'm walking around the house and somebody calls and says, such at your door, they ain't got no number to call me. I'm like, oh, heck. Now I got to go in here and do something different because they just popped up at my door.
Wow.
Hair all over my head. Ain't combing my hair. I'm at home chilling. I got to go throw a wig on and all kind of stuff because these people, they don't know that side of K.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had days that I didn't have to do all that. I didn't have the people to show up at my door. They couldn't call me, bringing me all this food to cook for the peace ride. I was like, what?
She said,
that's what I did.
She said,
so it goes like that.
I got to run around the corner and put my wig on. Okay, I heard you, sister.
Now,
I heard you. Go ahead on.
I just congratulate the Chiefs because I think I told y'all first that they was going to do that.
Anyway, 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521, and congratulations to the Chief. They did it. They pulled it out. Curtis, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Curtis, you there? I don't know what Curtis got going on over there. I come back to you, brother. I don't know what you got. I can't
what you said?
There you go.
Right here.
Okay. Wow, man. I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you, brother. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Man, I'm all right. Congratulations, Kay.
Good deal. Good deal. Kurt, is it our responsibility? This is something we talked about briefly before, and I said I was going to revisit it, and so today is the day we're going to revisit it. Is it our responsibility to stay attractive to our mates, to our spouses?
Is it our responsibility
to stay attractive? Yeah, to make sure we still look good the way that they met us. Is it our responsibility to keep a standard about ourselves with our spouses, or can we let ourselves go gain 50, 60 pounds and just let yourself go? Don't dress like you used to dress. Don't really almost dress at all. Is it our responsibility? Because you can have the dead time, bro. I don't know what's going on. Let me go to let's go to Cookie. Cookie, talk to me, sis. Cookie, you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. Talk to me. Can you hear me?
What you want me to talk about? Yeah, what you want me to talk about?
Well, we're talking about we kind of talking about, is it our responsibility to stay attractive to our spouses? It's kind of what we're talking about here. I might have missed something.
I'm sorry, Raheem. I'm sorry. This thing keeps switching back and forth from my car to my speaker.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, brother.
Oh no. I said what I had to say. I mean, like, yeah,
wait, I ain't heard none of what you said though. I couldn't hear none of what you said. Maybe it was between the switches or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, I ain't heard none of it.
Right. Oh, I was saying.
Wait a minute now. How we gonna do this? We gonna let the AARP people with the fancy equipment? How we gonna do this?
She said you AARP, Curtis. She called you AARP with the fancy equipment.
But I'm still attractive to myself. Yes, it's my responsibility to maintain my attractiveness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Cookie said you can't jump in front of us. She said you was in line and you wouldn't say nothing, so you got to wait your turn now. Go ahead, Cookie. She called you AARP with the fancy.
Oh, he can have the floor. I just be confused sometimes. Y'all be confusing me sometimes.
It's okay.
I do declare.
It's okay.
We're gonna have to do better. All of us gonna have to either get the same flip phone with the big buttons that Toussaint got, or we're gonna have to do something so everybody's on the same page. So these mute buttons messing up our whole morning.
Say you gotta stay consistent. Gotta stay consistent with it. Curtis, go ahead, brother.
Oh no, I there's nothing else I can say, bro. Like that's a real like cut and dry kind of question right there. Like, I mean, for me, that's a cut and dry kind of question. Like my attractiveness, like for one, I don't make myself attractive to the world at large. Like I just don't exist in that space. I make myself attractive to how I feel internally each day. So like anybody that know me, they'll tell you like, yo, you're not gonna see Kurt out anywhere looking a mess. Because I hear my grandma voice. Baby, now you can't go out there looking all trifling. You don't know what's gonna happen. You might be in a car accident. You might have to go to the, you know what I mean? Like, so you don't know who you're gonna see in the grocery store. So I just make sure that everywhere I go, I maintain my standard. Now my standard might be totally different from somebody else's standard, and I respect that. You know what I mean? But I mean, in my personal opinion, I think you should. You do have a responsibility to maintain yourself, especially if when you met that person, you had a high quality of maintenance. You know, you had a high standard of how you represented yourself. Yeah, I think you have a responsibility to maintain that.
That's good. That's good. Okay, Cookie, let me hear you, sis. Do you agree with that? You have a responsibility to maintain that level. The way that they met you is the way that you should try to keep yourself.
I agree. You have to maintain a standard, but let us be mindful. He could have met me, when I was just coming from tennis practice, and I'm sweaty, and things look different. So I don't know if it's necessarily how you meet them, but yes, because I know that men, respect is the currency of men. And I was always taught that when you leave the house, you represent, the men in your orbit, whether it be your husband, your father, whomever. So yes, you want to go out looking a particular way. But let me say this. I never want to be that person who is so concerned with the physical appearance that I forget about the soul. Because you can look like $1 million, but you can have a dark soul. You could be petty and violent, and you could be dishonest and selfish, but you can look like a shiny new nickel. So my effort would always be, to not just concern myself with my outer appearance, but to concern myself with my character and my integrity, to work on those. As much as I polish the outside, let me edify the inside as well.
See, and you're not even a dime or a quarter or 50 cents. You a shiny nickel.
I'm a shiny nickel.
People can take that in a whole lot of different ways. Okay, all right, let's get exactly.
That's the collection for you.
Let me help you out. Somebody said men. They oftentimes people look for the dime. They want the dime piece. The shiny dime.
Yes.
But that dime can be what we talked about. That dime can be the one that is pretty to look at, but that's all they are. Pretty to look at. That that shiny nickel, it got a little shape to it, got a little substance to it, got a little weight to it, and it got a little substance.
That shiny nickel. That shiny nickel. Toy, you want to tell you what this?
Yeah, but I need me a crispy dollar. I don't need no change. I need no change. I'm good. There you throw change and hit you in the head and leave a mark. No, I'm just playing. But no, absolutely right. That's what I said earlier, man. What's your heart dressed like? What's your soul dressed like? You so busy trying to be pretty and cute looking. For girls, it can be very different because the lengths that we can go through to change ourselves, right? Wigs and makeup, and then by the time you take it off, it's a whole deception, right?
Yeah.
That kind of works along the lines of what we got going on, because that dress up to an extent can be a deception. You all dressed up, you all put together, and you depressed, can't get up out of bed when I get to the house. It ain't even always about the bad, aggressive, negative. Some people don't want to put up with that either. Oh, every time I go home, you depressed. You don't got this. You don't feel that. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. That's an issue too. Because you're dressing up like a shiny nickel, but at the end of the day, you crazier than a bed bug. You understand what I'm saying? So again, when we gonna talk about the dressing, honey, the dressing of the heart, the dressing of the spirit, the dressing of the soul, you know what I'm saying? There's millionaires that dress like bums.
Yeah.
Millionaires. Ain't about to dress for them. Something is still going on with their soul. Something is going on with my soul when I didn't want to get dressed up. Something was, and it's one of two things. Like I said, God took me to a place that He knew I wasn't gonna go myself.
Yeah.
But being that shiny nickel, waking up every day wanting to be that shiny nickel, even if it's for yourself, you can get lost in that. And somebody need to slow you down. Somebody need to break you down and help you understand that life really is not how you think it. It's what you make it. And you're thinking it like this, but you're thinking the wrong way. And God Himself had to take me through some changes and show me some things, because it's not about all the outside, Toya. Your soul is crummy, yo. Your heart need to be worked on, yo. So now how you want to do this? So now coming out the gate, I admire being a full package. Now I just want to wake up and be the full package. Now I see the error of my ways. Thank you, Lord. And now being the full package is the goal. Being it sincerely from the heart is the goal. Being that from the fiber of my being, of being beautiful, being confident, being smart, and having a phenomenal heart like God. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm far from short, but I always said, yeah, Jesus, that way. If I want to be like anybody, of course I would want to be like who I'm serving. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where the beauty come in. But it doesn't have nothing to do with how I look. I look terrible in uniform, right?
Wow.
I don't think I look attractive at all in my uniforms, Raheem.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when there's always someone trying to talk to me and tell me that I'm pretty or give me that wink or something else, that's a clear indicator that clearly you're not as ugly as you think you are in your uniform. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be really careful when it comes to thinking about the shiny new nickels and pennies and dimes and quarters. For me, the fresh press cut 100. I want too much. I need a fresh press 100, baby. I'm just saying. Right?
Straight off the presses. Straight off the
that
press.
part, right? But at the end of the day, we still just need to make sure that it's real.
Exactly. And that's the thing about it right there. Now, I want to switch topic and go to something else. Anybody else have anything else they want to say on this topic before we move on to something different?
Yeah, I wanted to throw something out there.
Go ahead.
You know, as y'all know, I'm a research person. And it's interesting that the start of the Wear Your Sundays Best started in the 1800s. They're in the Middle Ages. I wonder why they did that. Just something out there to make people think. What was the purpose? Okay, good deal. Let me ask this question. We got a gentleman. He midway. He ain't gonna say he's super late for it today, but he's super early for it tomorrow. Donald Toussaint, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Something must be going on, man, because you're not here early. You're not the early bird this morning. So something must be going on. I hope everything is well.
Well, it can be, man.
Huh?
Well, it can be.
There you go. Toussaint.
Yes,
we talked about this. Something we talked about a few months ago, and I said I was going to revisit it. And I'm revisiting it this morning, and I want to ask you the question, brother: is it our responsibility to stay attractive, looking attractive, dressing attractive, smelling attractive to our spouse? The way that they met us when was dressed like the nines, dressed to the T. Now all of a sudden we've been together for 10, 15, 20 years. Do we lose some of that, or is it our responsibility, Toussaint, to keep it up?
Some people automatically look a mess.
Lord, he's back, y'all. He's back.
I'm sorry, I had to start some kind of.
Look at this dude.
Yeah,
Cookie,
Ain't
what we
nobody
gonna,
laughing but you.
Cookie, what we gonna do with your brother?
well, it's funny to me. It's funny to me. That is funny to me because I have eyes and I spoke the truth. I did. I actually did.
Mm.
And when you look a mess and you think you look good, that's a whole different picture. But to answer your question, like,
So they tricking
yeah,
themselves. They tricking themselves, thinking they look good. No, they don't. No, they don't.
I saw a guy with a burgundy suit with some red shoes. Come on, man. Come on now. Stop it.
Mm.
Do not look like Beyonce. Stop it.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Mm-hmm.
Take the hair off and go bald.
Mm-hmm.
You're better off.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yes,
Let
sir.
it go. Stop painting the hairline. It's
Mhm.
gone. Stop
Mm.
it. Be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop. Just let it go. I mean, look.
Be yourself.
Like, I know my
hair
hair,
or
my hair
hairless.
is going in the back of my head. I
Mhm.
don't do trim. I don't trim my edges no more.
Mm-hmm.
Already got one.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And then at least I can keep it as best I can. Every once in a while, I go and get a professional haircut, but I don't trust everybody, so I do my own most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mess it up. I take it back to myself. But I don't. Lord have mercy. Your eyelashes are not that long.
Mm.
That's not the answer to your question, but it's our responsibility. But sometimes when we meet, we tell lies. We're not gonna keep them flowers coming. We're
Mm.
not gonna be holding hands down the street. Stop it.
Mm.
Somebody cut his mic.
Okay. You know I'm right.
Mm.
You know I'm right.
K with an E is
I'm
it
just saying.
I didn't say you wasn't right.
K with an E is
Well, yeah, I'm just telling the truth. I mean, it'll make us free, at least. We shall overcome. Go to somebody else, man. I just woke up.
K with an E. K with an E is he right? Is he right? Is he telling the truth?
Who you asked that me?
Yes. K is he right?
Does he telling the truth?
Is Toussaint telling the truth about what he just said?
Yeah, he telling the truth. That's very true. And that's just like you know a person and they got the nastiest attitude and some more stuff, and then they come in there clean as a whistle, but you know them. I'll be like, that suit ought to make them act different. Or that outfit, maybe it's changing their ways. Maybe they about to change up or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll think that about a person, but you know them. But they all clean as a whistle. Maybe they about to change, turn a new leaf or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have those thoughts, especially if you know them. The people that you don't know, then it would be called judging a book by its cover.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
But if you know them and they all dressed up and you know they ain't nothing but a clown, like somebody done dressed this clown up today.
Where you say you put a pig in a suit that's still just a dressed up pig in it.
Yeah, just to see if it's still gonna squeak. Yeah, it probably squeak even louder. That's because it got that dumb suit on.
Lord Jesus. 508-924-3521 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We're gonna switch up a little bit. And let me see. Toya with a T, you with us? Toya, you there? Toya, what are our standards? What are our standards? And I mean across the board in regards to entertainment. Or do we just want to watch it just because it's on? Or do we have any standards in regards to entertainment? Do we have any?
I mean, some do. You know, that kind of goes in line with what we're just talking about.
Yes, yes.
Right. There's certain cultures that lead up to what we're entertained by, right?
Mhm.
And that what we're entertained by still leads to how we feel in our heart, right? Like, I think there may be an elite group of people who like to see people murdered, right?
Mm.
Enjoy it. You
Wow.
understand what I'm saying? Because of it's being entertainment,
Hmm.
on some real, not nothing structured and regulated, but like this is what they do, and it does something for them. That's still linked to the heart, whether it's porn, something sexual, something violent. At the end of the day, all of those things are still linked to the heart. But I think that at the end of the day, everybody wants to be entertained, no matter
Hmm.
what field it is.
Hmm. Hmm.
Everybody wants to be entertained. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I think that some of these things um, are more of a cultural and more of an influence because that's just how that particular society is. Like, for instance, I'm use for example bullfighting.
Hmm.
People use that for entertainment, right? But I don't want to see nobody getting chased by no bull and almost get hurt.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The rodeo. You know what I'm saying? People come up with things. We do things for entertainment. Sports. Everything is still goal oriented for entertaining people. It just depends on what we want to be entertained by,
Hmm.
and all of that is still linked to the heart.
Exactly. Exactly. Kurt, what do you say to that, man? Coach Kurt, you are an entertainer. And so, what are our standards as people across the board, black, white, orange, polka dot, no matter the color? What are our standards, or do we have any standards in regards to entertainment? Kurt, you there?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
the
Go
one
ahead.
thing I can say about the one thing I can say about entertainment is that the idea thereof is very diverse.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's the one thing that actually probably has the greatest level of diversity above all other things on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, okay, you can go to the most uh, the furthest parts of Africa and see a mural of Tupac Shakur painted on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
People know the lyrics and everything, and they don't even speak English. Um, uh, Entertainment is. I like to have this. Well, and being an entertainer, there's a saying that says the world is a stage and we're all actors in it, right? Um, the thing with entertainment is entertainment can dig into every every culture, every ideology. Um, unlike most other things. So, I mean, I guess my answer to your question would be, um, it's 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 vast, man. It's diverse. So there's something there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some of it is a lot of it is exploitation.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Wow.
if you pay attention, you'll notice that you have a collection of people that actually enjoy watching others get exploited.
Mm-hmm.
Thus, why do you think Love and Hip Hop was so popular? 90 Day Fiance is so popular. Um, I mean, even going back to when we was kids, remember mom and them used to watch, Young and the Restless, As the World Turns, Bold and the Beautiful. But if you go back and play that in your mind of what you saw on those shows,
Mm-hmm.
somebody was always being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Somebody was always being deceitful. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
was always being exploited. In the
Mm-hmm.
world, I don't know. I mean, but then you have entertainment such as I don't know if you had the chance to watch it yet, but the MLK and/or X series that not Netflix, National Geographic just did.
Mm-hmm.
You have The Night in Miami. You have W. You have Kennedy. So uh, you have different segments of entertainment, that actually has a following per se. So
Yeah.
it's diverse and vast.
Good deal.
To
Let me go.
me,
Exactly. And it is. And it is. But see, my thing.
I believe we're having some technical difficulties. Please give it a moment, and they will be right back. Um, I have a lot of different views on entertainment. It can be good and it can be bad. And to me, I weigh it on, is it helpful to the community or is it not? And in saying that, um, it's to me, where should we draw the line? Because a lot of times I'll make the comment of, is are we still living in the Roman times? You know, are we still more focused on the Colosseum over things of science and of the mind? Um, Stories can be powerful tools of teaching. So to me, a lot of TV shows or movies can be used to teach things, and many are. Um, Reminds me of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, a new show my kids have been watching lately called Bluey, and things of that nature, where there's a lot of life lessons in it. And so there is value to it. It's just at what point um, should we draw the line? You know, Public Paul from Twitch, uh, makes the comment, seems like we have lowered our standards. And also, as humans, our choices in entertainment shows that we are often animalistic and exploitative. Um, think about how our grandparents would view some of the TV shows today.
I'm with you on that, Badger.
I was not sure anyone else was here.
Yeah, I'm here with you. No, but you're right. But this is the tricky part about standards, right? Because it's always double. It's always them, and it's always the us that chooses to allow that standard to be our own. You know
Yes.
what I mean? That constant battle, and basically, no matter how many different categories we want to put it in, it still boils down to good and evil. And I think that's the part that we're trying to get focused. Why would people want to be okay with a standard that we know is negative in order or in exchange for, power, fame, and money, right? But
Right.
the fact of the matter is, it is. It doesn't matter. That's a choice and decision the same way we have our choices and decisions. You understand what I'm saying? But the
No,
root
I
cause
100% agree.
the root cause is when you link that standard on what we accept, whether it be the porn, whether it be the violence, whether it be the things that are not influencing the community positively, why do it? But at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is because we know it's about finances.
So I want to throw something out there. Something that I've come across working with a lot of parents that homeschool, right?
Right.
So they don't go to public schools, so they're not introduced to a lot of the toxicity our society can have.
Right.
And a lot of times the parents are very selective on what the kids watch.
Right.
The first time I let my kids watch the movie The Matrix, and where they're taking that machine out of Neo,
Hmm.
my sons freaked out. They thought it was horrible how they were treating that human being.
How old were they?
Uh, 9, no, 10 and 8. And it clicked something in my mind going, huh, we really didn't introduce them to any of the negative sides of society, right?
Right.
They never really watched any shows with a whole lot of killing in them. The closest they've ever gotten was Harry Potter.
Right.
And they do not understand why human beings want to treat each other rudely or be judgmental and things of that nature, because they have such a kind heart.
Right.
And it's made me wonder, if we introduce our kids to a bunch of toxicity and, you know, a lot of the TV shows that are out today, have we unintentionally, I'm trying to find the word. If you know where I'm going, please take over.
Um. Well, I think it sounds like we're talking about allowing television to raise our children.
In a nutshell.
Right. And I think that's where we go wrong. You cannot let no one out teach you. Right. I'm going to say it like this. Toxicity has always been around from the beginning of time. Life is no different for your kids as it was for anyone before us. But the difference is when you are the parent and you do not expose your children to things that are reality, it's going to be shocking like what he saw. Right. I mean, I'm thinking about Friday the 13th. Right. And I'm thinking about that was one of the movies that scared me, but my father prepared me for what life was about. I knew there were movies. I know people going there and they made them up. They put on makeup and did all that. But it didn't take away the fact that the spirit of Michael Myers and somebody killing you scared me. You understand what I'm saying? And it was something I grew out
Right.
of because I understood the aspect of entertainment. And I think that's a lot of where we go wrong as parents. We let everything else
Yep.
out teach us. You understand?
No, I wholeheartedly agree, and that's kind of where I was going, because, you know, a lot of the homeschooling parents I've run across is, you know, taught their kids about, you know, the facts and the things that have been real, how human beings will use one another, and, you know, about abductors and things of that. Wow, what is that sound?
If we're not exposing them to a particular content, they're not going to know. But whenever they reach that reality, that's the part that's going to, like you said, shock the individual.
I think a lot of, at least in my view, when it comes to entertainment for kids, I think everything should be weighed and be age appropriate. How do you feel about that? Or what's your opinion of that, Toya? I believe Toya got cut off for a temporary moment. I'm still waiting for Raheem and everyone to figure out what is going on. Toya, are you there? Um, I mean, the comment from Twitch is by Public Paul Limited, uh, who is saying, if we can watch tons of killing and not be affected by it, there is something wrong with us. Um, so there is, I think there's a lot of power in that statement. You know, do we do things that are age appropriate for our kids? You know, I do apologize that I am a little distracted while we were waiting for Raheem, the host of the show, to get back on air. Um, I don't know if the storm and stuff out there, because I think they were supposed to get some storms today. So I do not know if Toya's back or not. So at what point, and this is purely my opinion, so do we weigh things? Um, Give me one moment. Well, it did just get an update. There's definitely some technical difficulties. Looks like the power did go out. So we'll probably try to keep it going for a little bit and see if anyone is able to hop in or not. So let me, I'm gonna try something real quick. Um, I don't know how that's gonna work. But it does look like that Raheem's the power went out. So he's doing what he can to try to get back on. And if not, we might end up having to call the show short today. Um, I feel things are very, very powerful. Um, I'm trying to help with some of the tech issues. Let's see. I mean, does anyone have any views on this matter, or do they feel a certain way about it? Hmm. How do you? I'm trying to see if we can get him back in here. I'm trying to see if he can get back on here through his phone. Hey, I can hear you. Well, no, I can't. So for anyone that is joining, I do not have the permissions to bring people here, I do not believe. And for anyone that is trying to hop in. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that? No. I'm trying to, there's some other people that are trying to Bishop 5. I do apologize for some of the silence. I feel that there's so much that can be said about entertainment, and what are the importance of what we are introducing to our kids and to each other. Give me one moment. All right, everyone. I do apologize for that silence. I reached out to Raheem, and it looks like his power has went out completely, and he's not able to get back in. So we're gonna have to end the show early today. We greatly appreciate everyone for tuning in. Um, it's been another beautiful and blessed day. Technical issues do happen, for we are not in charge of the weather. So we will continue this conversation tomorrow. So I hope everyone has a beautiful and blessed day. And always do your best to be the best human being that you can be, for every moment is a gift. And we'll catch y'all tomorrow.